favorite players, but what actually got you into baseball growing up?
You know, my dad actually played. He had some time in the show back in the mid-'90s. So he was teammates in Texas with Nolan Ryan and stuff like that. So obviously I wasn't alive while he played, but growing up he was, my first coach and is still kind of my coach. So it's been him.
Did he give you some good Nolan stories or just baseball stories?
Oh, yeah. He said that Nolan was the man. When he got called up for his debut, walked into the clubhouse, he said Nolan was the first guy to come up to him and say, hey, if you ever need anything, come talk to me, that kind of thing. So that's really cool. And, I've had, some of my own guys on this team who have done something similar. So that's pretty cool.
All right, man, that's beautiful stuff. Iowa Hawkeyes, man. I haven't done my research in terms of how many Iowa baseball players there's been, but just to represent the university in the show, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Obviously where you go to college sticks with you, and it's kind of a big deal. And being from the state of Iowa and then going to Iowa, it was kind of representing my hometown. So to be able to be at the highest level of baseball is really special. I'll never take it for granted that I have a chance to be here.
What has Caitlin Clark meant to Iowa?
I think if you had to put a face on the University of Iowa, it's probably her. What she's done for the game of basketball and just athletics in general has been really special. And even just her presence at other sporting events while she was at Iowa was pretty special. So I think we're very lucky that she was a Hawkeye.
Have you thought about? I know it's been a couple years. I guess they're doing renovations, but have you thought about, hey, maybe one day I could pitch at the Field of Dreams? And
That would be pretty cool. So that was actually a vacation spot for my family when we were growing up. We would watch the movie, go visit. They used to, before there were actual game fields there, they just let you walk on and play in the corn and stuff. So those are some of my favorite memories from growing up. So if one day I could play there, I think that would be really, really special.
And you are one of the few individuals who can say, I've been teammates with Shohei Ohtani, and is there what has that been like in general?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty incredible. On TV, that he's the greatest player ever, and so when you walk into the clubhouse and he is just very simple, will come up and say hi to you, acts like everybody else. It's kind of incredible, like how much talent he really has, but he's just such a humble guy and overall such a good teammate.
Have you got to see him throw as a pitcher? What is your impressions of him as a pitcher? Obviously he's one of the greatest hitters there is, yeah, right, but just as a pitcher as well.
Yeah, it's been fun watching his progression. I'm excited to see him when he finally is able to get back out there, but even in catch or his bullpens, I think there's something to learn every single time that you watch him throw, and so I do my best to watch him as much as I can.
I gotta say, man, this Dodgers rotation and the bullpen is it's up there. It's up there. Is it? I don't know if surreal is the right word, but to be a part of it, what is that like?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's you'll look left and right while you're playing catch, and you're like all-star, like future Hall of Famers, Cy Youngs, all of it. And so no matter who you're talking to on the team, it's a really good player. And so I think that's kind of the best part because it gives me a chance to learn from every single guy on the team.
I love that. Has there been any, again, hard to do this to you, but any singular advice that maybe not even just pitching, but just being in the big leagues? Has anything stuck out from some of those Hall of Famers you mentioned, Kershaw's guys that have talked to you?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is less about specific baseball things, and it's more about, hey, when you're playing 162, you need to figure out a way to keep your body healthy by preparing the right way, recovering the right way, and guys who have been in the show for 10, 11, 12 years, they know how to do it better than anybody else. And so just trying to emulate what they do, I think is the best advice I could ever get.
It's been a pleasure, man. Congratulations on everything, and keep it going.
Great. Thank you very much.